Hey folks, how's it going? EA Bland here. This is Thrift Picks, the show where I grab a few editions off the shelf and show you a bit about what I've been collecting. Well, guess what? This week we are out and about. I am in the city. I had a little extra time before work, so I'm going to stop by Academy Records. You know it. I've mentioned it here before. And we're going to pick up some DVDs. DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever we can find. However, we are on a budget and we are on a mission. So, one of the things that I've never really had before was a dedicated list of films that I'm looking for or have a list of. And that's going to change today. So, as you know, building out films to watch, and there are definitely gaps in my cinematic knowledge. So what I've done is I've started looking to some of the other repertory theaters in the city and looking at their programs. What are they programming? What have they got listed that they're going to be showing? And then curating, or not curating, but pooling all of those films together into a big list over on Letterboxd that I can then go back and take with me when I'm out shopping and keep handy. Look for those as I find them. Some of them I will eventually have to go back and, or bite the bullet and get, fresh and new, firsthand. And a lot of them I could probably still find with a little diligence, little patience. I could probably find for the cheapie on secondhand, which keeps the whole game alive. So that is our mission today. Again, as you can see, there it is, Academy Records. And I don't think I can film inside. So what I'm going to do is head in, grab a few. I'm trying not to get more than 5. That is the goal. So 5 really good films off of this list. The first theater that I turned to, that I had access to what their films were, is Metrograph. So put everything in there. I think it was about 100 and maybe 85 films that they have kind of planned between, July and August. Whew. So that's a lot. I don't know that I'll be able to get all of them in any time soon. But again, this is a great practice, a great habit where we're now taking things up to the next level. The shop near me is just about to close, so I don't really think I'll be getting too much more from there over the next couple of weeks. But that is that. Again, we're out on the field. I'll see you soon. Okay, folks, so I have finished over at Academy Records, and where were you? Where were you to save me from myself? Because I spent way more than I actually should have. My bank account is crying, but I think I found one film that I was looking for, which made the whole thing worth it. Everything else in here were either nice to haves or they filled gaps in the overall collection. And little, I guess, bonus for you is that you get VHS today anyway, after I said that you weren't. So we'll start there. Everything else I will save for Tuesday's episode. But check this out. We've got Steel Bands of Trinidad. Okay, this is every year the islands of Trinidad and Tobago are caught up in the frenzy of Carnival, a tradition inherited from the brief passage of the French through these islands. It is the time when the descendants of African slaves, together with the offspring of Indian immigrants, Chinese, Arabs, and Europeans, get together for one of the most sumptuous folk festivals of the world. Trinidad's originality lies in the fact that it has constructed its cultural identity around the unparalleled musical phenomenon, the steel band. This goes on to say that 300 bands come together. They all go through this big tournament, I suppose, and only one gets crowned the steel band of the festival. Moving right along, we've got 2 more. I think almost everything here is music inspired. We've got Shindig. This was presented by ABC. There you go. Shindig presents Soul. You got James Brown on the cover. Live rock and roll performances from the hit 60s music series. You've got, this one has host Jimmy O'Neill, Aretha Franklin. You've got Bob's Got a Brand New Bag, James Brown. A couple more by James Brown, Joe Tex, Hold What You've Got. You've also got Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs, Hitchhike, Martin Gaye, Money, I'll Be Doggone, Tina Turner and Marvin Gaye, Monkey Time, Major Lance, Rockabye Baby, Aretha Franklin, and A Fool in Love by Tina Turner. That's cool, but that's not all. We've also got Shindig Presents Motor City Magic. Woo! Now, this one is, again, more live rock and roll performances from the hit 60s. We've got Shotgun, Junior Walker and the All-Stars, My Guy, Mary Wells, How Sweet It Is, Marvin Gaye. We've got My Girl, The Temptation, Dancing in the Streets by the Blossoms, Stop, In the Name of Love by the Supremes, It's the Same Old Song by the Four Tops. And we cap it off with Nowhere to Run by Martha and the Vandellas, You've Really Got a Hold on Me, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and Can I Get a Witness by Marvin Gaye. So that is another VHS, super cool. We've got two more to round out this Thursday edition of Thrift Picks, which is all focused on VHS tapes. And I know I'm speeding through this right now because, as you can see, I am downtown in the middle of, well, close to Union Square Park, and I've got to book it over to work to cap this day off. So we've got a PBS home video. This is called American Patchwork, Songs and Stories About America. And this particular edition is Cajun Country, Don't Drop the Potato. I have absolutely no clue of what this is, but I'm really fascinated in finding VHS tapes that are capturing some music, performances, things of that nature. I've mentioned that before. I'm also looking for that within the disc-related media. But just look at this image. Look at the kid sitting there watching this grown-up play, and just the mesmerization, the power and effect that music can have on young minds and hearts. It's something that's undeniable, right? I won't go into that because it's a very small print, and there's a lot to go through. So we'll unpack that. I'll come back to this in Tuesday's video and break that one down. But that will be really, really cool to watch and to learn about. And then we've got, I don't know how to pronounce this, Les Enfants et nope. Actually, I've got a French waitress over at my job. I'm gonna ask her how to pronounce this. That would be cool. But RM presents the Netherlands Dance Theater. So that's cool. And this one was a new view, was still factory sealed, and cost me $3.99. $3.99. 89 minutes, color, stereo hi-fi, a lyric fantasy in 2 parts based on a libretto by Colette. Yeah, this will do it, folks. That will cap off today's Thrift Picks. I will go ahead. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, I was supposed to be looking for films that Metrograph has playing at their theater July and August. The only one that I was able to find that ended up making this entire trip, I think I spent around like $150, and I was only supposed to spend maybe $50, but I can't deny what I found. But the film was called La Collectionneuse. Again, these French titles, I'm gonna butcher them. Sorry, I'll come back and learn them by the next time. But it turned out that it was one of Eric Boehmer's 6 Moral Tales, and they had the whole set for $40. Criterion edition, the entire set, and that, my friends, that was where I threw back half of the other things that I found, or maybe like a third. And I said that alone made it worth it. Everything else was nowhere to be found. So again, that's another reason why, because most of these are secondhand, you gotta support these cinemas. You gotta support these theaters who, some of these films, they may never see the light of day again. Some of them are hard to find. Some of them are only available on film or digital what is it called? DCPs, digital content packages, or something like that. Cinema packages, which are these hard drives or even just digital files that go directly to the theaters for them to play. And you won't get to see that film unless your butt is planted in the seat. Ticket in hand, snacks, concessions, a couple good friends on either side, and you're watching that film play out in front of you. So, I will still be on the hunt looking for those over time. Again, I may just very well go back and purchase them firsthand, but this was quite the trip. Found a lot of good stuff, and I can't wait to see you next week. So, today, like I said, I'll be watching Superman this evening. Tomorrow, not sure if you'll receive an email. We'll see. But we'll see what happens. I gotta go. It's hot, it's sticky, and I gotta ride. See ya!